My dear loving students of 12th standard, I am really very happy to take you this class on the rule of the road, which talks about very important things, namely freedom, rules and regulations, personal freedom, public freedom, all those things. You know, everything has a deep and a different meaning in it. For example, you have your own ideas and values about freedom. It is not something objective. It's rather, it has a subjective meaning. You have your own ideas about rules and regulations. But everything was created for a particular purpose. You know, for example, if you take the traffic rules, of course, if you follow the traffic rules, the accidents will be avoided. But if you do not follow the rules, if you do not follow the traffic rules, if everybody thinks not to follow the traffic rules, imagine what would happen. So following the rules and the regulations has got its own deep meaning, and this unit deals with personal freedom. Very interesting lesson. Come, let us get into the lesson slowly. My dear students, I think many of us think that freedom means doing things that we like. But freedom has got a completely different definition. Here is one of the codes which will make you think what a freedom may be. Freedom never means doing things whatever we want or whatever we like, but it means doing things whatever we need and whatever we should. I repeat, freedom never means doing things whatever we want or whatever we like, but it means doing things whatever we need and whatever we should. Alright, my dear students, think deeply about this before entering into this lesson. The gist of the whole lesson is how rightly the word freedom, the concept freedom should be understood. One. Secondly, our personal freedom should be a complement to the public freedom, not otherwise. Just because it is our personal freedom, it should not disturb the public freedom. Alright. Next, if a public freedom is disturbed, then personal freedom is questionable. Basically, rules are for our own convenience. Rules are meant to safeguard everybody, not to control anybody. So basically, we will have to understand that rules are meant for us. Rules are the safeguard. See, imagine we have a rule in India that we will have to keep left while we are traveling in the road. Imagine everybody follows his own rules and regulations. Suppose somebody goes in right and somebody goes in left. Where is the understanding? So basically, rules are meant for our own convenience. So my dear students, understand all these things before entering into this lesson. Alright? Good. My dear students, the concept discipline and the concept freedom are indispensable. Both freedom and discipline are indispensable. In another word, it is inseparable. They cannot be separated from each. they are the both the sides of a same coin. Without discipline, there is no freedom, and without freedom, there is no discipline. Unless you are disciplined, you cannot use your freedom. Unless you are free, you cannot be disciplined. So, both are indispensable, inseparable concepts. Alright, my dear students, here what I mean about discipline is many of us think that discipline always restricts our freedom. No, never. Actually, discipline never restricts our freedom, but it gives us freedom. What? Does discipline give us freedom? Yes, it gives us freedom. Imagine, my dear students, if a child wants to take chocolate and you give the chocolate, hundreds of chocolates at a time, what will happen? The child will fall sick. But rather, you give one chocolate a day, and another chocolate another day. The child enjoys the chocolate as well as the child is very healthy. So in the same way, now tell me, does discipline has given us freedom to live or has restricted our freedom? So this is a simple concept, my dear. When we follow the rules and regulations will save us. Keep the rules and regulations will keep us. The whole lesson is all about keeping the rules and regulations in a right manner. Alright, good. A stout lady was walking with her basket down the middle of a street in Petrograd, to the great confusion of the traffic and with no small peril to herself. It was pointed out to her that the pavement was the place for pedestrians. But she replied, I am going to walk where I like. We got liberty now. It did not occur to the dear lady that if liberty entitled the pedestrian to walk down the middle of the road, then the end of such liberty would be universal chaos. My dear loving students, many of us are like the old lady thinking about freedom. The lady says, I am going to walk where I like. We got liberty now. That is what many of us think, that liberty, freedom means doing things what I like. Alright. Now, before starting this new vocabulary, let me remind you of this one. Philosophically speaking, freedom is a state of mind. Yes, of course. Freedom is a state of mind. It is a kind of feeling. Nobody can restrict such freedom. Such freedom can neither be given nor be received. Alright, we are not talking about philosophical or some abstract freedom. Here we are talking purely practical and physical freedom. Alright, in this lesson we are talking purely the physical freedom, and the new vocabulary here is pedestrian, it is a walker. Peril, fear. Occur, happen. Entitled, permitted. Chaos, great confusion. A lady is walking across the road. When somebody asks not to walk, she says, I am going to walk where I like. Why do you disturb me? If everybody starts like this, so that is the paragraph. Alright, good.